Hello. So this is the first time I've sort of spoken about our trip to Florida, and we got back about a week ago. I was really unwell for the first few days after coming home. I think I picked up something on the plane because I felt absolutely fine. Even now, I still feel a bit breathless, a bit snotty nosed. But I want to film this now while it was sort of fresh in the memory. And hopefully, if I felt filming this and you see this video, hopefully it means you would have seen the previous videos that I did of the trip. I do have a lot to edit, and I have to take a lot of recordings, and I haven't even started to look at any of the recordings or editing at the moment. But hopefully, as I say, if you see this video, you probably would have seen the other videos as well. I'm going to hopefully post this video right at the end. So yeah, fingers crossed this video will come to light. But yeah, the trip was absolutely amazing. That was our fourth time to Walt Disney World. On this occasion, it was for Claire's mum's 60th birthday. So we were very lucky that she was so generous to take us all out to Florida. Um, and yeah, we had such a good time. So we started off at Seaworld. We stayed at Hilton Garden Inn for 2 nights. On the first day, we visited Discovery Cove, where we got to swim with the dolphin Soleil, that it was called. We seen it do tricks, and we got photos with Soleil. I know Discovery Cove and SeaWorld are quite controversial um, for various reasons, but no, we absolutely loved it there. Highlights of Discovery Cove was the dolphin swim. Included with that, you got all you could care for food as well, both for breakfast and for your lunch. We also did the lazy river, and we also got to swim with some stingrays, or some rays, I should say, and some fish. And from there, we went to SeaWorld, and that was really good fun. That was my first ever time at SeaWorld. Things that I really liked from SeaWorld was Mako and Manta. That's more like your roller coasters. Because I've been to Disney so many times, it's sort of the smaller roller coasters you get there. Nothing like what's at SeaWorld. So I love those two rides. And then Kraken, I did the Kraken. And then Pipeline, which is the sort of newer ride. It's a totally different experience than just sitting on a roller coaster when you're like standing on a vertical on Pipeline. Your feet sort of rise up in the air, just like maybe a half a foot off the air. Just feels like you're flying. That was something that was totally different. And yeah, I absolutely loved that one. And then as the sort of day progressed at SeaWorld and then onto the Friday, we are getting word of the hurricane, which turned out to be Hurricane Milton, which I think we all know about now. We got word of that quite late on that week that it was coming the following week. So on the Friday, we checked into Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. That's Claire and mine's fourth Disney resort we've stayed at Walt Disney World. Again, I just couldn't fault that resort. It was so good. Really good location for Magic Kingdom, but it was also very close to the other three parks as well. And yeah, that was brilliant. The first day we did was the Saturday, and that was actually Claire's mum's birthday. So we had a breakfast at the Magic Kingdom at Crystal Palace. And Claire and I have both been there before a couple of times, where you get to meet Winnie the Pooh and friends. So we had like a buffet breakfast there. We did some rides, as usual, as you would at Magic Kingdom. And then we had a bit of a chill out. And then we went to Epcot for the Luminous fireworks. And then on the Sunday, we went to another one of our favourite restaurants, which is Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. Yeah, you can never get a bad meal there. And then Claire and I finished the Sunday at Hollywood Studios, where I think we did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Toy Story Mania. And then on the following day, we went back to Hollywood Studios with the rest of the family. Some of us did Tower of Terror. I think we did Toy Story Mania again. And then sort of as the day was progressing, you heard a bit more about the hurricane that was on the way. And then on the Tuesday, Disney announced that they were going to be closing all parks from Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. So I think on the Tuesday, we had Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That was the the third time, sorry, we've done that one. I did think this one was a bit oversold. I thought it was quite busy. A lot of the wait times were quite long for rides and for characters, which is a bit disappointing. But I still enjoyed it all the same. I would definitely do it again. One of the best parts was probably the fireworks, the Hocus Pocus show, and the parade. and Claire and I stayed a bit later, and we actually got to meet Winnie the Pooh again with Eeyore, Tigger, and Piglet in their Halloween costumes. That was very cool, so I did enjoy that. Uh, and then the Wednesday morning, we got up quite early on the Wednesday, after being quite late on the Tuesday night. We went to Epcot just because we knew that it was obviously one of the parks that was closing. So we did Epcot in the morning, very wet and windy as the hurricane progressed. And then the parks closed about 2 p.m. that day. And then for the rest of that day and into Thursday, we would sort of hunker down. Quite interesting experience, the hurricane. I'm just glad that it didn't hit Orlando as bad as other places. But of course, it's terrible what happened out on the West Coast. Such a shame to see the devastation that it caused. But yeah, we were okay. The Thursday, when the parks were closed, we visited Port Orleans French Quarter, which is the sister resort to Port Orleans Riverside. I know we got the beignets and the beignet sundae, which is amazing. I think one would have been enough for us, but we had two of them, one each. But yeah, I think one between two would have been better for us. But yeah, we managed to get through that. And then, yeah, the parks reopened on the Friday, which is good. The Saturday morning, we went to the premium outlets at Vineland, Orlando. We mainly went for the Disney Character Warehouse. We had to queue for that for about 30 minutes to get into the shop. We've been there a couple of times, and this is probably the worst visit we've had. Well, I've had anyway. It was slightly disappointing. I only bought one thing. I didn't buy as much as what I thought I would have. It's still a great place to visit because you get some really good bargains. I think it just depends on what stock they get, the time of year. You might have even just visited on a bad day, because I think maybe the next day might have been better. You just don't know. It just depends on what stock the store gets given. But I think it's definitely worth a visit. Because you never know. You might just land lucky, end up with some really good stock. And it's always cheap prices here, probably guaranteed a bargain, no matter what you want. And on the Saturday night, Claire, her mum and dad, and I went to one of our favourite restaurants at Magic Kingdom, or at Walt Disney World, was the Liberty Tree Tavern. So that food is sort of served family style. Lots of meat, there was bread, there was salad, there was macaroni, and then the ooey gooey toffee cake, also good. And like, I've never felt that full in my life. Like we've been to Liberty Tree Tavern twice, and that was the third time. I've never felt so full. I never ate anything else the rest of that day. It was just, yeah, I just did not need anything else that night. And then we finished the night watching Happily Ever After in front of Cinderella Castle. And yeah, I really like that show. Of course, we've seen Tinkerbell come out of the castle as well and sort of fly right down into Tomorrowland Terrace. That was really good. And the Sunday, I think I had a solo day to Hollywood Studios. So I went myself. I did Slinky Dog Dash. I met Woody and Jessie from Toy Story. I seen Sully from Monsters Inc. And I seen Frozone from The Incredibles. And then I think I finished the morning doing Rock and Roller Coaster before heading back to the resort to do some washing. That's another good thing about staying on property. Is all your Disney properties have washing facilities. So they'll have washers, dryers, and you just need to download an app. And it just costs about $3, I think, per wash and per dry. And that's really handy for doing it throughout your holiday, so you don't come home and have to do lots of washing. It also maybe means that you don't need to take loads of clothes with you on holiday. You can maybe reuse some of them once they've been washed. And then, yeah, later that day, we ended up going to Magic Kingdom to watch Festival of Fantasy. And then I remember going on Tom Sawyer's Island for probably the last time, because we know that that's closing very soon, or probably into next year, for the Cars Land and Villains Land. So it was really good to go on that, to visit that, I should say. I mean, it's not that exciting, but it's one of the things that's going away. It's good to say that we've done it. I think that was our second time on the island as well. From there, I know we got the monorail to Epcot, and we did the Moana, the water attraction there. That was brilliant. That was a lot of good fun. I really loved that. And then we got the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios, where we did Fantasmic. We did Fantasmic about 9 years ago, and that was our first time back. I did enjoy it. It's not my favourite show at Disney, but it's still enjoyable all the same. And then I think we finished on Slinky Dog Dash that night as well, so I think I did that twice that day. And then the Monday, the 14th of October, that was actually my birthday. So we started off that day at Magic Kingdom. We got there quite early. I remember doing Tron for the first ever time that morning. That was good fun. I really liked Tron. I would wish it was a bit longer. And the motorcycles were quite comfy, but I wouldn't like to sit in them for any length of time. I got in them fine, but I know people with different sort of body shapes and stuff struggle to get into them. But I did enjoy it. I only ever did it once on that trip because some of the wait times for it was just ridiculous. But that day as well, I did Seven Dwarves Mine Train, and again, the wait time for that can be mental, absolutely crazy. But luckily, I landed at just a good time, so I got on that within about 35 to 40 minutes, I think. Now I did Big Thunder Mountain. I know that's closing for renovation next year as well, so that could be my last time on that for quite a while. And then we got the boat over Seven Seas Lagoons to Wilderness Lodge. We love that resort so much. We visited there and stayed there for 2 weeks back in 2015. And on our previous trips in 2018 and 2022 and this one in 2024, we've always made a point of going back to Wilderness Lodge, even just for a couple hours, spending a bit of time there. So that day for my birthday, we went to Whispering Canyon, which is quite like an interactive restaurant. It's quite cool. Like the servers are very good. They're all sort of, I don't know like how to describe it, but they all seem to be in character a little bit, and they sort of like can wind you up a little bit, and they can like the way they present themselves is pretty funny. So if you don't know what to expect there, maybe research it a little bit more first, and just don't ask for ketchup. That's all I'll say. And then later that day, we just relaxed by the pool. To be honest, we didn't do anything else. And then on the Tuesday, we went over to Epcot. I did Guardians of the Galaxy for the second time this trip. That's still got to be one of the best rides on property. So good. Can't describe how good that is. And then we met up with Claire, mum and dad, at World Showcase, where we went towards the International Gateway, and then we went to Beaches and Cream over at the Beach and Yacht Club. Claire and I had been there before, so we went there for lunch, and then I think we went over to Animal Kingdom, just the two of us, where we sort of finished the night. I went on Dinosaur, could be the last ever time as well, because we know that Dino Land's closing very soon. We also did the safaris twice as well. I think we did the safaris back to back. I think they had like a 5 minute wait each time, so it made it a bit more sense to go back to back. And there's no ever like experience like Kilimanjaro safaris. Like you don't ever get the same experience twice. It was really good and interesting as well. And then the Wednesday morning we actually went back to Animal Kingdom. So we went to Tusker House for a character breakfast. We've actually done that 3 times now, Claire and I. So it's an opportunity to meet Mickey Mouse and friends in their like explorer outfits. We got a really good server there, and yeah, the food's buffet. You can help yourself. We landed quite a good time with Claire's booking, that we got breakfast and lunch, but we only paid the breakfast price. So we got what was on the breakfast menu, and then because we were eating, they then put out the lunch menu. I think our booking was about 10:30. So I think they must put out the lunch food about 11:15. So if you get a good booking that sort of time, it's definitely worth sticking around for the lunch food. From there, I know we visited Pandora for the first time this trip. We didn't go on any of the rides because the wait times are quite crazy for that area as well. So we didn't get a chance to go that this year. Maybe next time, hopefully. And then what did we do after that? I was looking at some notes here. Yeah, we went back to Magic Kingdom. That night was incredibly busy. Like I've never seen Magic Kingdom that busy on that Wednesday night. It was just out the door. I think even by 6:30, 7 o'clock, there was an announcement on the tannoy saying that Main Street is now closed for Happily Ever After. It was just so full that people were getting advised to go and watch the fireworks elsewhere. We were going to do that anyway, so we ended up watching them by the Tangles restrooms, and that's a really good place to watch them, especially at night. Well, of course, the fireworks are only at night anyway, but yeah, watching them there, the lights are so beautiful. It's such a good backdrop, the fireworks, to watching them there. So if you can't watch them by Main Street, definitely watch them that tangled area. It's really, really good. And then on the Thursday was our last full day in Florida. We started off at Hollywood Studios, where we did some of the shows again. So we did like the Indiana Jones show, we did the Frozen show. The Frozen show, we've seen that quite a lot over the years, and it's probably one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's so good. The the historians the people that play the historians, you get different people most of the time, but they're fantastic. They're really, really funny. Some of the jokes they tell, some of the kids maybe won't get. It's more for adults. And yeah, the way the story is as well, it's amazing. Really, really good. And then we did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway again. We did Toy Story Mania. We did Aliens, Swirling Saucers. We got a lot done that morning before heading off to Animal Kingdom. We just had a little visit there. And then we took a break back to the hotel to pack. And then that night we went to Epcot. We ended up meeting up with Claire's mum and dad again, and we went to the UK pavilion, and we watched the fireworks there. While we had fish and chips before that as well, so we watched that just outside of the Rose and Crown. And then the Friday morning, we got up quite early to finish packing and checking out. So the good thing is that you can have your bags checked in at the luggage bit at your Disney property hotel. So they kept the luggage for us all day. So we didn't actually go back there until the end of the day. So Claire and I went to Magic Kingdom, which is sort of a tradition for us on our last Disney day, is we go to Magic Kingdom. And we just had a sort of chill day. We did some rides. Jungle Cruise actually reopened that week, I think on the Wednesday. So we did that for the first ride. I think I did, what did I do? I can't actually remember what rides I did by myself, but I maybe did Tiana's Bayou Adventure actually. That was the first time for me. That trip was going on that. That was really good. Of course, that was Splash Mountain. Then we went over to Wilderness Lodge because Claire wanted some treats to take home. And then we got the boat back over to Magic Kingdom where we watched Festival of Fantasy for the second time this trip. And I think we left about 3 o'clock or just after 3. Because we had to get our bus. The bus was picking us up about 5:20 from the hotel, so we ended up getting back to the hotel, and then getting the bus to the airport. And then the flight was fine. And I said right at the start, I did feel quite unwell after the flight, and hopefully I'm on the sort of recovery now. But yeah, overall it was just an amazing, amazing trip. Never had a bad Disney holiday, to be honest. And it was good being with family as well. It's usually just me and Claire, but it was her mum and dad, it was her brother, it was her brother's partner, and their 2 kids as well. And getting their perspective of the whole Disney vibe as well was amazing. And yeah, we all loved it. Really, really good. And yeah, I think next up, I want to do a little bit of a haul of what we have. So yeah, I will go and show you what we have or what we bought just now. So it's actually the next day. I forgot to include a few things that we bought. So I thought I would start again with everything here. So yeah, I'll just get cracking. So we didn't buy anything from Discovery Cove or Seaworld. We just got our photos that we got taken with the dolphin and things like that. And then everything that I bought was basically from Disney World. And I bought one thing from the Carter Warehouse out of the outlets. So yeah, the first thing we bought was the resort mugs. So we both got one of these, me and Claire. I think the rest of the family did as well. I think these cost about $21. And you can refill them as much as you want during your stay. So we were there for 2 weeks, and we probably did get our money out of them quite well. They're not that big, but like if you're staying at the resort for 2 weeks, and you fill them up maybe twice a day, you could fill it with like Coke, Sprite, Fanta, any of your sort of fizzy drinks, and then you could do hot drinks as well. But what we've learned over the past like 9 years we've been going to Disney, that it's not great to fill these up with hot drinks, like whether it's hot chocolate, coffee, or tea, because it sort of stains the mug a little bit. Not so much the colour, but just the smell of it. So what we do is we just ask for like the cardboard cups, and then we fill that up with tea or coffee or hot chocolate, whatever you want. But this is a good buy for like staying at Disney property for your fizzy drinks and things like that. Even just water and ice was very good. And just some of the free stuff that we like to take. We know our way around the parks really well, Claire and I, but we love having the maps. So like your Magic Kingdom map here, if I just quickly open it up, it's got all your attractions. They're all numbered. If you've been before, you probably know the system, how it works. I just love having a copy of these, just to look back on in years to come, I guess, and seeing all the changes that come to the parks year on year. So yeah, I've got one for Magic Kingdom, one for Epcot, one for Animal Kingdom here as well, and then Hollywood Studios, and then a special one. So on the first Tuesday, we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So when you go to that party, you get a specific map for that night, and it's only available for the party nights. And on it, it's got like the specialty food, the beverages, the special characters, where they're meeting, any sort of extra entertainment. And it's got the layout of the park, which is obviously the exact same layout, but it's got all your treat stations where you can collect all your chocolates and your sweets, which is really useful. And leading on to that, I've got a load of sweets here that Claire and I collected over that evening. So we've actually packed them up into freezer bags. So we have one here. We've already started eating them. So this is actually what we have left. We do have quite a lot left. So that's one bag. There's 2 bags. There's another bag here as well. And then this is the actual bag that you get at the Halloween party. So this is a bag here from this year. That does have some sweeties in it as well. We've got things like your Skittle gummies. We've got Twixes. We've got Milky Ways. We've got Snickers. What else have we got? We've got Starbursts. We've got so many different things. We need to start sharing this out with friends and family, I think, because this is going to last forever. But we're aware of that. But yeah, no, it was really good fun. And yeah, I guess we'll have to start eating our way through this at some point. But that was really good. And then just next thing up, it just happened to be here, was we went to Animal Kingdom one of the days. We went to Rafiki's Planet Watch, and if you're not aware, they have like an animation station, and if you just land lucky, you might just be hit at the right time, so you get to do the drawings. So this drawing I did was of Kaa from Jungle Book. So you just sort of watch the cast member do it step by step, and you just follow them on the screen. So that was my effort of Kaa there. Next thing I just noticed was actually free as well. So this is my happy birthday badge, because I spent my birthday in Walt Disney World this trip. And yeah, you just basically go up to any sort of Disney shop within the parks, or maybe go to like guest services or at your hotel, and you can ask for one of these. So I've got mine in here. But if you're maybe celebrating a anniversary or something like that, you can get a different badge for that. But yeah, it just depends on what you're celebrating. But yeah, mine, happy birthday, so I kept it on all day. And if you keep it on all day, or most of the day, you probably will get quite a lot of happy birthday greetings when you walk past cast members and stuff. So that was good. Next thing here is something that I've never owned before in my life. It was only because when I was wearing flip-flops during the wet weather at the start of the holiday, I was getting quite uncomfortable. So I thought it would be better to buy something more comfortable. So I bought some Crocs. I'll just show you the front of it here. So they are the Mickey Pumpkin Patch Crocs. These are a lot more comfier than the flip-flops. And yeah, never owned a pair of Crocs in my life, but I bought these in Animal Kingdom, and they did me pretty well for the first, I think, 3 or 4 days at Disney. And after that, I just use them down to the pool. But these are definitely better than flip-flops walking around the parks, because you do clock up a lot of miles in the parks themselves. But it was definitely good to get back to trainers. But I've got them home now, so I'll be using them around the house now and again. Yeah, I quite like the detail on them. I think I may have tried to go for a different design, but I do like it. I maybe would have preferred like a Toy Story one or something, but yeah, no, I'm happy with it otherwise. What else have we got here? So this one here, this is actually what I bought from the Disney Character Warehouse. So it's just like a running jacket. You can see like the Run Disney logo there. So this is actually cheaper. I don't know how much this cost. I think this cost, what did it cost? Well, it was $95, but I think I got it for $30. So it just shows you the discount of what they offer. So yeah, really pleased with this. Nothing on the back. But I've always wanted to do a Run Disney event. or a weekend event, maybe over like the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon. That's one of my dreams. I would love to do it at some point. But I'm aware that it's quite expensive, obviously, to fly over, to buy your tickets for the runs, to stay over as well. It's something I'll probably look into at some point, but yeah, I've got this for now, which I'm pretty happy with. So I'll be using that when I'm out walking Monty or going out for runs and things. And then speaking of Monty, we bought Sven. So Claire really wanted Sven from Frozen for Monty. So this is Monty's new friend. I think we got this in Disney Springs. So yeah, he loves it. Monty, Monty, let's say hello. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? You wanna come and say hello? Monty, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? No, he's not interested. Okay. This one here, this is like a jacket that Claire bought Monty. What is it? The Pepita? Yeah, Pepita from Coco. So it's like a jacket for him. It does actually fit him as well. I'm not going to put on him just now, but he looks very cute in it, as you would expect. So that's Monty's jacket. And then I've got a jumper here. So both Claire and I bought one of these, I think in Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom. So it's a great Walt Disney World jumper. It's got the logo there. It looks like a spaceship Earth almost. And then nothing else on the front apart from the back. So on the back, it's got Walt Disney World with the castle there as well. So I really like this. It's nice and warm inside, very fluffy. And I think that this is quite new as well. I'm pretty sure that this only just dropped maybe like the week when we got there. So also now the time you're watching this is probably quite a bit older than that. But yeah, really happy with that buy. Next is the Pack-A-Mat jacket. So we actually both bought this one as well. So both Claire and I have got this. We bought this in Disney Trends, I think, at Disney Springs. So it's a nice waterproof jacket that packs away. Blue jacket, it's got the castle here. And it's got the Walt Disney World down the side there as well, on the left hand side. And then it's got the bag here to pack away. And then the bag, it's also got the logo here as well. I don't think it's got any other logos on it apart from down the side, but it's it actually feels quite thick, but it's quite thin at the same time. It's got like some sort of netting in the middle here, but yeah, definitely useful for even like summer months or even into autumn or spring. I don't think it'd be much use in winter, but with a jumper, I think it'd be quite good actually in winter. One of my favourite buys has got to be this one here. I think we were meant to buy this a good few years ago, but I'm glad we finally bought it now. So we had a couple of trips over to Wilderness Lodge, and as I said before, we love it there. That was our first ever hotel stay we did at Walt Disney World, and it's sort of the down the side here. It's the wood carvings that is in the lobby of Wilderness Lodge. So if you've ever been to Wilderness Lodge, you would have seen these wood carvings. So I think the actual wood carving in the lobby must be at least 10, 11, 12 feet high. But this is on the photo frame. I love the design. It almost looks like wood carved itself. It could easily be. And yeah, we'll need to get a photo here to fit that. But yeah, this will go up in the house somewhere. But yeah, really like this one. Another thing that we bought was this. So it's a jigsaw. So as you can see, it's got the Cinderella Castle, it's got Spaceship Earth, it's got Tower of Terror, and it's got the Tree of Life, all from the four Walt Disney World parks. And it's a set of 4 puzzles, and it's what, 500 pieces each. So you're talking 2,000 pieces within the box. I did have aspirations of maybe doing this during the hurricane, or at least one of them, but to be honest, we weren't in the room for that long with the hurricane. It was sort of over in a flash, to be honest. So no, at some point when we're home, got a bit of time in our hands, we'll probably make a crack at this. I did buy a jigsaw in 2022 that I've never opened either. So hopefully at some point I will do it. Just need to find the time. But yeah, like this. I've got two things left. So I love my Disney mugs. Don't often have space for them at the moment in the kitchen because we've got so many of them. But we got this one because we also stayed at the Riverside. So if you can see it there, Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort, that's where we stayed. And I don't really like the colour of this one, but it's the only one they had, and I do like it specific because it's specific to the resort. So I had to get it because we stayed there, and yeah, I will be using it. So I like this one. And then the last thing, which is probably the best buy of the lot, something again that we wish we bought in 2022. We finally done it. We took it home in one piece, which is the main thing. It didn't go in any luggage or any hand luggage. It just came in a bag on the plane with us. And yeah, we got it home in one piece, as I said. And it's the Spaceship Earth cookie jar. There we go. This is like our most favourite one. And it actually looks a lot smaller now we've taken it home for some reason. I'm not sure what we will be using it for. I don't know if we're using it for any cookies or anything. At the moment, it's just next to the TV in the living room, just on the workpiece there. It's quite heavy and quite delicate. It costs $60 plus tax, but definitely worth it. And I'll maybe just open up the lid of it here as well. And with your vacation package, we did get gift cards as well. So we got the $1,000 gift card for food. But you could also use that for merchandise as well. So we didn't spend it all on food, we used some of that on merchandise. And you also got your $200 gift card as well. So we used the gift card for this. So we still had money left. So we didn't actually pay for this really. It came off the gift card. So that's the sort of the depth of it there. It's got the legs here as well. And it's got the top as well. So yeah, really happy with that. I think that's our favourite buy of the whole holiday. And yeah, Claire bought a few things herself, and yeah, that's sort of her things. And this is other stuff that we share, and then there's some stuff here that I bought myself. But yeah, really happy with all of it. And yeah, can't wait for our next Disney trip. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.